The U.S. is banning all new foreign-made network routers. Apple will reportedly start stuffing ads into the Maps app. And Wing is expanding its drone delivery service to the Bay Area. It's Tuesday, March 24th, and here's a quick look at tech news this morning from Engadget. Well, the Federal Communications Commission has released a notice designating any consumer routers manufactured outside the U.S. as a security risk. The rule states that new foreign-made product models for network routers will land on the covered list, a set of communications equipment seen as having an unacceptable risk to national security. Previously purchased routers can still be used, and retailers can still sell models that were approved by the prior FCC policies. And an exception to the usual rule, routers included on the covered list can continue to receive updates at least through March 1st, 2027, although the date could potentially be extended. The move stems from a goal in the White House's 2025 national security strategy that reads, "The United States must never be dependent on any outside power for core components, from raw materials to parts to finished products, necessary to the nation's defense or economy." Now, the notice from the FCC states that companies can apply for conditional approval for new products from the Department of Homeland Security. However, that requires the businesses to provide a plan for shifting at least some of their manufacturing to the U.S. in order to receive that conditional approval. Few, if any, brands known for consumer-grade routers currently build products stateside. It seems likely this sweeping provision could face legal challenges from and cause confusion for the many companies that have production facilities overseas. In addition to Chinese tech giants like TP-Link, U.S. companies will also be affected. Netgear, Eero, and Google Nest are all headquartered domestically, but have manufacturing in Asia. At least some of that manufacturing activity happens in regions like Taiwan that have historically been on good terms with the U.S. Until the sector sorts out this new restriction, don't expect to see any new router models on store shelves. Apple is reportedly planning on inserting ads into the Maps app. That's according to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman. An announcement could come as soon as this month, with the ads themselves appearing on iPhones this summer. This will likely work similarly to ads in Google Maps and Yelp, which lets retailers and brands bid for coverage with particular search queries. This potential ad revenue could seriously bolster Apple's services business, which currently generates $100 billion a year for the company. This division accounts for around 25% of annual revenue, but faces challenges in both the short term and the long term as regulators around the world push for changes to App Store policies. Apple has yet to comment on the matter. This idea has been floating around since last year, with rumors going all the way back to 2022. The company already displays ads on the App Store and on the News app, so the jump to Maps isn't exactly coming out of left field. Drone deliveries from Wing are coming full circle after adding the Bay Area to its service locations. The drone delivery startup has been rapidly expanding to metro areas across the U.S., but is now targeting the tech-friendly Silicon Valley region. Going back to its inaugural deliveries, Wing ferried office supplies across Google's Mountain View campus in the Bay Area with its automated drones. It was still a startup out of Google's X, the Moonshot Factory incubator at the time, but early users were already asking for home delivery services. Now, Wing's latest delivery drones can deliver groceries, food, or whatever else fits in a small package weighing up to 5 pounds in 30 minutes or less to Bay Area residents. It may not be that common to spot a Wing drone just yet, but the company expanded its service to 150 more Walmart locations across the U.S., including Los Angeles, St. Louis, Cincinnati, and Miami, earlier this year. The drone delivery company also extended its hours of operation to 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. in its Charlotte and Dallas-Fort Worth metros, with approval from the Federal Aviation Administration. Beyond the recent Bay Area expansion, Wing has previously mentioned Orlando and Tampa as potential markets to enter. Thanks for listening. There's more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Anna Wyszynko, Lawrence Bonk, and Jackson Chan. Enjoy your day. I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.